I can't believe it, here we are again, July 2021 shop update. Summer's almost over. If you see me limping around today, it's because I flipped my dirt bike over backwards while doing an Instagram video and broke my foot and my ankle. In 45 years of riding motorcycles, I do wheelies every single time I ride. However, I've never ever flipped a bike over backwards. I guess that's what I get for doing a wheelie on a hill. Anyway, we got a lot of stuff going on this month. Right behind me here is the 68 Ford pickup. We're all done with the design of this chassis and these are available to order. This will fit 68 through, I believe, 79 short bed Ford pickups. And really excited about this one. We've got some 335 tires mocked up on it and should be a spectacular truck. We're continuing to crank out chassis without sacrificing quality, and I'm really excited about this chassis that just came back from powder coating because this is my 1950 Studebaker. The car is painted and the chassis is now powder coated, so we'll be assembling this thing real soon and I'll be working on putting the whole car together. This Nova SS convertible, we've been working on wiring and dash components. It's looking really good. We're continuing to add components to this 87 Monte Carlo SS that will be Hellcat powered, and once we get a few more components in there, we'll drop the engine back in it. On this Mustang project, we're working on electrical right now, and we have the 5.0 Coyote engine ready to go in. Well, we did our final dyno tuning on this Trans Am, and we've done some upholstery work on it. It's still got a few more details to finish up on the interior, and then we should be test driving it. This is the door panel. It's beautiful with a suede material and blue leather, dark blue leather, and then obviously the carpet on the bottom here was like a German velour. So really neat with some custom aluminum trim there, and I'm really anxious to see how this interior turns out. Should be spectacular. This 78 Mercedes is on the ground now, and we've been working on fabricating bumpers and roll bar. We also still have to do the instrument panel, but most of the other hard stuff is already completed. This 72 Mustang now has the inner fender aprons fabricated. The car had been hit sometime in its life on the front end, and the front end was kind of lopsided. So we straightened all that out, and everything's looking real good. This LS3 powered Chevy 2 Nova is moving right along, and you can see underneath we've got quite a lot done on it and getting closer to paint and body phase. So we've had the hood on and off this Studebaker a couple of times now. You can see we've got the hinges on there. There were some holes cut in the hood previously, and we've finished welding those in and then done a little hammer and dolly work on the hood to get it back to its original shape and contour so it matches the cowl and the fenders on this car. So we've finished all the metal work on this 67 Chevelle convertible. Basically every piece of metal from the tail lights to the firewall underneath the car has been replaced. That's all been bedlined, looks really good, and then we have the nice rust-free powder-coated original chassis going in there. We're just buttoning up some details on the big black Chevy, fixing a couple oil leaks and things like that, and then that will go in the chassis before we slide it up into the car. The exhaust system on this 78 Trans Am has now been fully welded, and whenever we do a Trans Am project of this era, we always got to put the factory style tips, in this case the 3-inch diameter stainless tips from Pipes Performance, along with all of our mandrel bent pieces that we fabricated. We've also got a stainless steel tank in here, and some big 335 tires are mocked up right here, but this one's actually getting 345/30/19s. On this Mustang project, we've been doing a lot of work lately on all of the little body kit components that had previously been just glued onto it. So in order to adjust them and have everything fit properly and be able to paint things and reassemble them, we had to do a lot of work on that respect. glassing in and panel bonding in metal flanges so that the pieces can be removed and reinstalled and things of that sort. So a lot of little detail work. This is also getting a Coyote engine, incidentally, and it's coming right along. All the replacement sheet metal components have now been installed on this 66 Chevy 2 Nova. We had to modify a lot of things to make them fit properly. We had the glass as well as all the trim pieces that we had to fit, and we did have to alter the sheet metal pieces a little bit to get the proper glass and trim fitment. This is typical of most reproduction parts and a thing that many people skip, and then they find once they have a painted car, none of the stuff fits. So it's very important when you're using reproduction sheet metal that you test fit all the components before you final weld them in. We still have a little bit of grinding and finish work to do here, but all in all the metal components that we are replacing are now on the car. Up on the lift here, we've got a G-body El Camino that we've just installed a Schwartz G-machine chassis in. And then on the bottom here is my Corvette project that I acquired from my dear friend Dennis recently. This has the stance that we're going to have on the car now, so we've adjusted the ride height. These are the wheels I'm going to be using, and we're going to do a really nice Fender Flare deal on here that Custom Image Corvettes manufacture. So basically they're a Fender Flare that resemble the old ZL1 L88 style flares. However, they have the proper flat edge around the wheel well opening to mimic the factory look. So they are a really nice design that looks very close to stock, but they're just a little bit wider, and that should give this a really good look. It will also get repainted in this 1980 Corvette yellow, and then the big block is in the engine room where we're looking it over and selecting one of my custom grind camshafts for it. This 57 Chevy pickup that we're assembling, we've checked off quite a lot of things on the list of things to do here, and we've got a few more yet to do. So making good progress on it. Can't wait to see it driving down the road. On this Mercury Cougar, we've final fitted the engine cover now, and we are adding the little rubber bumpers for the hood. I've got to call the wheel company. We've had some custom one-off wheels for this car made, and they should have been here by now, so I got to give them a call on Monday and find out what the heck's going on. But getting real close on this one as well, so can't wait to see this one running down the road. We've got our electrical components mounted on here, and now we got to get busy on the wiring, and then it's going back to the owner for the final process of the build on the '69 Cornet. Well, that's all we have for this month, folks. I'm off to the big Mopar show in Belvedere, Illinois. So till next month, be sure and follow us and like us. Take care.